How's it, guys? Today I will teach you top 10 best programming languages in the world. You can learn any of them and 100% guarantee, my friends, you can get a good job, very well paid job. Let's start with number 10. Actually, any language can be number 10 or number 1. Depends. It depends on um, where you want to be yourself, right? It depends. So as an example, if you want to go on the industry of where the companies are manufacturing hardware devices, and obviously those hardware devices will need softwares for them to be written, right? Which is also known as hardware interfacing. So as an example, a new device, once a hardware has been manufactured, how it works, it needs a software for it to be work, for its functionality, right? So that type of hardware interfacing programming, which language is most popular to be used? C++, guys. If you want to be that type of hardware interfacing programmer, C++ is your guy. Yes, go for C++, then C++ is number 1 for you. But if you are thinking of becoming a web developer, then C++ is number 10 for you, not number 1, right? Okay, so that was C++. Let's talk about number 9. Number 9, guys, I will talk about Java, right? Java, if you learn, Java can be used for general purpose language. It can be used for web development, and it has a sub branch Java development. Java you can use for mobile apps development, guys. So if it's your dream to become a mobile app developer, Java is your guy. Boom, let's boom it on Java. Very strong, very powerful language. Especially you can write code for the Android based apps you can create by using Java programming language. Is good one for you. So let's put it on number 9, my guys. Boom. Okay, so let's roll it and let's start about PHP. Boo 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 boo. So what do you think of PHP, guys? PHP is a very good programming language. Personally, I like it a lot. It is open source and it is web-based programming language. If you want to be, PHP is not necessarily number 1. It can be number 1 or it can be number 8 as well. Depends. In terms of if you want to learn something very easy, PHP can be easy, but it is like a moderate. It is not too easy and not too difficult. Okay, so PHP is your guy, and you can learn PHP to develop websites. You can be a web developer. So if you want to be a web developer, and if you want to find, then it also works on if you want to find a job very easy. If you learn PHP, you can find a job easy because lots of jobs available for PHP, but not all the jobs are very well paid. Some are low salaries, some are high salaries, depends on your experience. So if you want to be like an average PHP developers, most of them are like an average standard developers. But if you want to it gives you security on your job. As an example, some languages can be number 1, but then there is not so many jobs available on them. But if you are lucky to find job on those type of technology, if you learn, then you are very well paid. But not many companies are using those languages. That's why PHP has its own value and it is not gonna die anytime soon. Like another 10 years, no. And even after 10 years, already there will be so many applications and web-based applications will be developed on PHP. Then another 10. So 20, 30, 40 years, nobody can beat PHP. Nobody can kill PHP, guys. So PHP is an average standard, very good programming language. It is good. So it can be sometimes number 1, sometimes can be number 2. So it depends what you want to do. Okay. Another, like we did number 10, number 9, number 8 was PHP, but it can be number 1 as well. Number 7, Visual C++. Visual C++, you can very strong, powerful programming languages. You can combine use of Visual C++, and if you also do OpenGL, that combination you can do if you want to be a game developer. Lots of graphics and game development is happening on Visual C++ with the use of a library OpenGL. So that can be 10 C++, 9 Java, 8 PHP, 7 Visual C++, but sometimes numbering can be vice versa as well. It depends. As an example, if you got a job, if you learning C++ and if you find a good job on system level development on C++, then C++ is number 1 for you, right? Okay, so let's talk about ASP.NET. Is Microsoft based technology. ASP.NET same as Visual C++, Visual Studio.NET, combination of Visual C++. It also has ASP.NET. ASP.NET works on web-based development. So as an example, PHP is also web-based programming language, but it is open source. It is Linux based, but also can be run on Windows. But ASP.NET is also web-based technology. It is Microsoft technology, only mostly for a server. You only need a Microsoft server for it. Very strong also, with the combination of ASP.NET and C#. Sometimes it can be number 1 and sometimes it can be number 6. I will say it's like an average programming language. Python, guys, these days too much talk about Python. Python is very strong in terms of if you want to learn something very easy peasy like a piece of cake. Python is very easy like a piece of cake. You can learn very easily. Python is a very strong programming language, guys, very easy to learn, and technology point of view, number 1, very top technology. And the code, you don't have to write a very lengthy code on Python. You can write a small code in order to achieve big things, because they already created a lot of very versatile, very top class libraries for us. They already developed. So Python is very good. Big companies are using it. As an example, which I will give you some examples what type of applications being developed on Python. YouTube was developed in Python. Facebook developed on Python and PHP. Instagram developed on Python. Twitter developed on Python. So this type of all applications being developed on Python. Very strong language, but sometimes it can be a little bit challenging to find the jobs. Once you find a job as a Python developer, guys, you are set for the future. You can be very well paid software developer, web-based developer. It's general purpose language. You can be a web developer using Python. You can be a system developer using Python. Overall, very cool language. Just not so many companies using it. Jobs not so many available, but when they are available, then they are very well paid jobs. But then you really have to be good in Python, like scientific type of calculations and physics and science, and your mathematics has to be very strong. But generally, to learn the basic concepts of Python to learn are very easy. It is very strong and very good programming language. Sometimes it can be one when it comes to the technology, like in technology terms, like in today's technology, very easy to fast coding. You can create something very fast. In terms of that, if we talk, Python can be number 1. But if I talk in real life example, then most of the times I say PHP is number 1, because it is easy to find a job security point of view. Python is not always easy to become a Python developer. Okay, guys, now I will talk about Swift. So we talk about C++ number 10, Java number 9, number 8 was PHP, number 7 was Visual C++, then number 6 ASP.NET, number 5 we set Python, and now number 4, guys, number 4 I will say Swift is very strong. Swift is used for Apple based mobile development for iPhones. If you want to become a developer for iPhone's mobile app development, Swift, go for Swift, very strong. Then number 4, Objective-C also. Objective-C is also very strong language. Also Objective-C, one is C is different than Objective-C. Objective-C you can use also for mobile app development, iPhone based. Guys, number 3, if you want to be a front-end developer, you can learn just HTML. HTML is very easy to learn. Try to learn responsive HTML. Like responsive means resolution point of view, your code of HTML must support all types of devices like phones or tablets or laptops or computers. So HTML, try to learn HTML5. After you learn simple normal HTML, then try HTML5 as well. CSS and HTML combination, you can become a good front-end developer, front-end designer. And then there's a little bit difference between front-end developer and front-end designer. So I'm giving number 4 and number 3 to HTML and CSS, because it can make you a front-end designer. But then if you become a front-end developer you want to be, then you can learn number 2 can be JavaScripting is very strong. JavaScripting future is very strong, guys. You can become a front-end developer if you learn JavaScripting. You can write cross-browser code on JavaScripting. all the browsers support JavaScripting. JavaScripting is very good if you want to learn JavaScripting, if you want to be a front-end developer, not just JavaScripting, but with the learn some frameworks which is JavaScript based, such as JS Node. Yeah, JS Node. Learn JS Node, jQuery, JS, jQuery, HX, jQuery. This all, try to learn all of React. This all stuff. Combination of this all stuff makes you a front-end developer. That is all. And then number one is dash dash dash, fill in the blanks. The number one programming language is the one you are a pro of, the one you want to be. PHP can be number one if you want to learn PHP, and if you want to quick find a job and quick find some jobs of PHP programming, PHP can be number one. Python can be number one in terms of very advanced top class technology, easy to learn, but job is a little bit difficult to find. But big companies are using Python. So it is very difficult to call one of the language as number one language. Guys, all of them can be number one, all of them can be number 10 or number 2. It depends on your personal choices. In my personal choices, very difficult question, my friends. Number one is you for me, not a programming language. Why you are number one? You are going to now click on subscribe. If you like this video, do not forget to click on subscribe, give me a thumb, click on like, comments, ask any questions that I can answer on the next videos. Don't forget to share my videos, guys. Boom, enjoy the evening, guys.